Hey everyone, how's it going? Hey Bama, Christy, Jenny, how y'all doing tonight? All right, let's see. Getting started here. All right. All righty. Hey sis. All right. Chilling tonight. We are fixing to start a podcast and talk about another haunted place here in the United States, and we're going to get into that in just a second. Um, let's see. Got tragic. Okay. So we'll wait. We'll give it a few more minutes and get some people in here and ready to go and all that. Um, and Bam, I will tell the spirits you said hi. I'm actually not with them right now. I'm in the house, but I will definitely pass that along. Hey, Mom. Um, so I hope everyone's had a good start to their week. I'm going to hope to go film tomorrow, and I'll let you know how that goes if I'm able to, and where I go and what I do and all that. We'll talk about that Friday night. Also, let's see. We're going to try to use the dowsing rods on Friday. So during Friday night's live stream, we'll do possibly the dowsing rods, and I'll see what happens. Matter of fact, my daughter has used the dowsing rods next door to my mom's, and she's gotten some very strong activity out of it. So it's been very neat to see what's going on there, and how the spirits are able to interact so much better with the dowsing rods than any other piece of equipment we have, other than maybe the K2. Excuse me. And it's been interesting to kind of see how that's turned out. But we are going to. I found a cool page, and it's actually I think it's called Legends of America, and this website has tons of haunted stories in it, and you couldn't believe what I've come across. I mean, it's broke down um, to the old west, or it's broke down to inns and hotels and forts, and I mean just all kinds of things, and broke down into states. Um, so it's really a cool website to check out, and I will see if I can't get it to. I can't get it to copy and paste, but it's called Legends of America, and talks about a whole. Oh, there we go. I can get it going now. I think. Um, Let me see here. Well, let me see if I can do it this way. Give me just a second. Actually, I'm going to send this to through Messenger, and I think I should be able to pick it up from there and then send it over here to um, YouTube. I'm kind of surprised it wasn't allowing me to um, share for some reason. Some of these, there we go. Now I'm gonna be able to do it. Okay, so here I'll put that link in. Um, so here we go. So if you want to check out this website, not affiliated with it, but it is a very cool website. You might like it. There we go. Now it's up. Now I should be able to, yeah, just click on that link and it'll take you to whatever you're looking for. It's actually, it should be when you click onto it, be what I'm reading tonight. So um, you'll kind of get an idea. But it's the haunted Jesse James farm in Missouri. I think it's pronounced Kennery. Kennery. Let's see, Kearney, Missouri, I believe. Anyway, um, and that's what we're going to be talking about tonight. Doing good here, Gene. I hope everybody's having a good week. Um, class change and faith. Okay. Making sure I haven't missed any words. All right. All right, guys, hang tight just a second. I'll get. Okay. Um, so this is about Jesse. Oh, thank you, Jenny. This is about Jesse James. Let's see, it goes. It should come to no surprise that the Jesse James farm in Missouri is said to be haunted, given the violent temperament of some of the inhabitants and the untimely death of Jesse James. The violence that occurred on the property and the tragic death of Jesse James' younger brother, younger half brother Archie, it'd be more astonishing to hear that the property had no tales of ghostly activity. Both Jesse and Frank James were raised in the house by their mother, Zeldra, um, and I believe I pronounced that right, who was married to three different husbands and bore 8 children. It was here that Jesse James was whipped as a teenager by Union militia who strung up his stepfather and burned the nearby farms. So, I mean, you're already, I mean, this place is already got enough going on right now with all that. I'm sure is that in itself is just a tragic and untimely death, and then burning farms down and stuff. Oh gosh, that whole area is got to have some issues with paranormal activity. It's got to. Um, it was also here that his mother watched as her son Archie was murdered by Pinkerton detectives in an attack where she lost her right hand. After Jesse was killed, he was buried here, where she could protect the grave from trespassers and souvenir hunters. Later, his body was moved to the Mount Olive Cemetery. Let's see, there is a little caption here. It says Frank James merchandised his passed right up the time of death. It says here, it's a picture of him, and it says he stands here at the age of 70 before the gate of the Jesse James farm, where curious spectators could pay 50 cents to see the farm, and just a little more money could buy pebbles from his headstone. So this is wild. Let's see. Oh, cool, Christy. That's really neat. There's a lot of talk about Jesse James not dying when he did too, um, but I don't think it's going to get into that. But apparently, his brother uh, made some money off of it, though, off of his death. Now, could it have been just a supposed death? I don't know. There was a lot of talk that he didn't die when they said he did. It said that Jesse James, or the James farm rather, is said to have had been haunted for more than a century. Evidently, the home to a number of lingering spirits, lights are said to move about both inside and outside of the property buildings. Other reports hearing sounds of pounding hooves, muffled shots, and cries um, that reminisce the era of history dating back to the Civil War. Today, a wide array of mysterious happenings occur in the house. Reports are frequent that lights have been seen inside the building long after it's been locked up for the evening, and movements are often seen which are never registered on security monitoring. Staff reports that feeling of a presence within the home are extremely intense. Other reports that on foggy mornings, hushed voices and sounds of restless horses can be heard from nearby woods. However, when they follow up, there are no signs of disturbance or tracks within the trees. And that's the story that I got there. So well, let's talk about that a little bit because I mean, like I said, Jesse James. There's a lot of things said stating back that he may not have died when he did. I mean, there's a lot of different controversies there. Okay, so and already the tragic stuff had happened on that farm before he was ever moved there when he did die. Oh, okay, Christy. Wow, you got a real cool story there for sure. A lot of history. Yeah, yeah. With Jesse James, there's a lot of let's say controversy that doesn't add up sometimes. So, but you can only go by what you got. So that's all we can do. But um, did he die when he did? He may not have. He may have died somewhere else later on, or whatever. And for his brother to make money off of that, kind of tells me that he could have maybe faked his death, and they made some extra money because of the death, saying that he was dead. But I don't know. It's an interesting thing. You got Orb and Beside, Go and Krata and Viking. Um, but it would be a very cool place to visit, right? I mean, that'd be a cool place to check out and see what's going on. Hey, Mystic, how are you? Um, it'd be an interesting place to have an investigation for sure. There's gold buried somewhere near the tracks, they say. Probably so. Um, Back then, people buried all kinds of treasures to them, whether it be gold, money, or whatever. So, good possibility. You got tragedy. Um, but what a neat place to check out for sure. Yeah, I've heard about caves. What little bit of stories I've been able to hear about Jesse James in that area, but I mean, I've seen, and I forget which movie it was. Uh, this has been an older movie about Frank and Jesse, but um, the tale of those guys were just astonishing. The things that you could find from it and read about it and see in the movies and stuff. But honestly, his is pretty, or homestead is pretty cool, and be a real cool place to check out. But like I say, this Legends of America site that I posted in here, check it out, guys. Please. I mean, it's got all kinds of stories in it, and I will be using this as a tool for the next several weeks on our podcast to read different stories. And what I may start doing is put up what I want to start reading on Twitter, so you guys can maybe, if you have questions or if you know something, kind of like Christy does here, we can discuss it that way too. But what a neat site! I've found a couple of them that I've been using the past few weeks. We've been doing this, but this one has by far been the best I've found. So yeah, check that out. Um, got View and Violet. Um, so Miss, how are you doing? Good to see you here. Bama's got a couple new videos up, by the way, guys. Go check them out. He's doing an unboxing, um, so y'all can see some stuff he got and the thing that he won from our channel. So please go check out Bama's videos, please. Yeah, that's a good resource too, newspapers.com. Yeah. A lot of stuff there with just about anything you want to look up, really. Yeah, Bama, put your link in if you like. If people have not been to your channel, they can, or people might come in later and watch this at another time. They can click onto your channel and go check you out. And anybody that can put theirs in, that's fine. Family dating back to 1750s on that 2,000 acres. Oh, wow. That's pretty cool. Oh, Lord, I don't want to hear about 6 degrees Mystic. Oh, my God. It's like 28 here or something. It's cold. And 6 makes it even cold. No, I don't. I want to think about warm weather. Like put a 0 at the end of the 6, like 60. That's good. We'll go with that. We got car. Um, oh, Lord, 8 and 6. No, we can put a 0 beside the 8 and make it 80. That'd be nice. Either one of those temperatures, 60, 80, that'd be nice. Somewhere in that neighborhood. I'd be good with that. So we've uncovered a few more things when it comes to yeah, 60, 80, that'd be great. When it comes to, you got James, wow. Talking about Frank and Jesse James. Wow. That's cool that you got that, Mom. Spirits are listening. They are listening. Um, so we've come across a few things through for far as Thomas goes, which is the yeah, of course, Mom does. Yeah, When it comes to next door, my mom's, Thomas has been the little boy. It's been there, the spirit for a while. Um, may be a possibility that he uh, doesn't really know exactly how he died. But I think it's like one of the last places he remembers is the well that's in the basement. So yeah, I think that that would be, you know, be the thing. Hey, Kelsey, but that and a few other spirits have popped up lately too over there. So one seems like he doesn't know where he came from. He doesn't know how he got to where he's at. Yeah, he was an outlaw, that's for sure. Um, and thinking about this, I like to go back and watch some movies again about Frank and Jesse. Probably the older ones. Those were good movies. Got Fire. Um, yeah, he was an outlaw, that's for sure, but a hero to some people too, which is kind of a unique thing. Uh, some people regard him now as they like him or they like his story. Whereas back in the day, he was not really noted to be a nice guy, but um, nonetheless, people do like him. Yeah, he led y'all to the basement. That's something I was going to talk about tonight too. So as my daughter was using the dowsing rods in the house, she asked where to for Thomas to lead her to where he, I guess, more or less last place he remembers being, and it was in the basement next to the well. Yeah, yeah, he is kind of like a Robin Hood. Yeah, yeah, sure is. Oh, that'd be fun, Christy. I'd love to visit there sometime. Missouri and I'm a big Kansas City Royals fan, so I'd love to see the Royals Stadium too. So there's a few things I'd like to do. Oh, thank you, Jeannie, again. Appreciate that. Yeah, he was protected in a way, and yeah, it was pretty interesting. Oh, there you go. There's Bama's channel, by the way. If anybody else wants their channel in, let us know. If you're not got the blue wrench, we will put it in for you. But yeah, he's a hero to a lot of people now. Julia Rent. Oh Lord, it'd be fun. Um, yeah, I like the Kansas City Rules. I got I got a jersey. I got two jerseys, and I got a few hats and stuff like that. And Marnie got me a blueprint of the stadium and a picture. That's pretty cool. Yeah, I'd take 70, Jenny. I would like to have that. That's nice warm weather. Yeah, yeah. There's at least been 10, and that's interesting because he's been able to do that. And then also another spirit has popped up named Everett. So still learning more about Everett right now. You got Emma and Become. Oh Lord, Bama, Alabama should never be 29 degrees in the wintertime. I guess it should, but yeah. Because the thing is, when you all get warm weather and it rises up this way, I like that. I went to prison for something, and he died at 40 something. Caused time in prison. I bet it was back then. It was terrible. Yeah, that's hard. That's hard to hear. I'm sorry to hear that. You got year. You got 11. Yeah, yeah. When it warms up, that basement's cold. Well, yeah, 29 over 6. Yeah, I would definitely take that. 92 is a little harsh. It's a little hard. It's hot, but keep me around the 60s to low 80s. We're good to go. Tina and Love. So I'm probably going to drop a video around Saturday morning. I've been trying to do some research on when the best time it is to drop videos and kind of looking at people's comments and stuff that web pages where people have kind of put in where they find that people see the videos the most. And I want to try to reach out, of course, as many people as I can. So I'm going to try maybe Saturday morning between 9 and 12 in the morning Eastern time, and see if that helps out a little bit. Because I do get comments sometimes people didn't see the video or didn't get a notification too, so I know that happens. You got Sultry and Philip. I'm saying the doorway. You got Gate. Um, they are, Jenny. You're right. Even though some shouldn't be. Um, but you're right. Yeah, yeah. Hollywood switches things around real big. For their own money making situation. Got nothing. But some movies are pretty good. They not every movie. I mean, I'm talking movies are never really 100% factual. I mean, even like the movies about the Warrens, the Conjurings and stuff. It's stretched. It's a stretched truth, but um, some of it's factual for sure. Um, but there again, you know, you got all around. Um, so yeah, they stretch the truth out, but drain camera. Boy, the spirits will do that sometimes. They will definitely do that sometimes. And important. Oh, let's see. So yeah, I want to try to do, like I said, the Dow's and Rods Friday and see what we get over here. Uh, had to stop recording the other night when the power went out. Oh, sorry, your power went out. I don't know. I hate that. I hate when power goes out. Oh Lord. I was kind of worried about that when we were getting the snow, a couple weeks ago, that we'd lose power. I mean, we got a fireplace, but you know, doesn't keep the whole house as warm as a whole house heater. But on the breaker blue, well, that's not good. You got table, and wife. Got four. Don't provoke this. So if you haven't seen our latest video too, by the way, it's I went back to where Dewey is buried. Didn't really do an investigation really around him, but the area got some interesting things that came through. Um, and how somebody may have died during a treatment, during some kind of procedure, possibly. So yeah, that was wild. 1950s. Yeah. Um, but that was a excuse me, that was a pretty wild investigation. Scottish Paranormal Box? No, I've not. I don't think I've actually heard of that. Is that an app through Android? Got Indian and War. Sometimes Mystic. It seems like, um, although I find that the younger the spirits, it seems like they have a little bit harder time coming through, or doing things like the K2 or whatnot. But yeah, I think they're a little more free spirited, and not no, not all. I'm sure some are probably timid, but it seems like they are a little more free spirited and try to communicate a little bit better. Whereas adults are more or less like probably standoffish, especially if they don't want to talk. So I sometimes do. Got the Play Store from Jared Tracy. Yeah, I had not heard of that. Let me let me look at, because I'm always willing to give things a shot. I know Eddie and Jen were using a new one, but it's through Microsoft. It's not on it's not on Apple and Android apps. So um, I don't really know a lot about that, but I heard on TikTok the other day Eddie was talking about that. But let me look this up. Scottish Paranormal Spirit Box. Okay. I don't know. I've not heard of this, but it looks interesting. If anybody's wondering, it is a paid app, but yeah, I don't know. I got so many apps right now. I'm not really probably going to download anything, but it does look interesting. Yeah, I love learning about history too. Communicate, happy, she and Wilson. Oh Lord. Yeah, I always have to sit there. When I get a new app or I get a new whatever, I sit there and play around with it forever. Just trying to understand it the best I can. Can you apple or orange? Mabel. Yeah, that's true. You always go for the higher one. I don't blame you there. Got nice. Um, but yeah, that's right now. I've been using of course, the Necrophonics has been around a while. I'm using the Ghost Tube app and the Ghost Tube Vox VOX app. Been using those a while. Of course, the Ghost Tool, the Blue Hand app. And let's see, what else have I got? I think that may be all of them that I'm using. Oh, the Spirit Talker is another one I use. Um, and the Echo Vox occasionally. Um, I, as far as spirit boxes go, I really prefer the SB11 or 7 over any of them, but it's sometimes just a little easier to use an app because if I, instead of carrying a bunch of stuff around with me, if I don't want to carry my backpack with me, so it's 6 on my phone. I wonder why. Yeah, that's what happens. I run out of storage too, or it runs real low. Got Peter Trust and 14. Um, so yeah, I got a lot. um, but I'm encouraging people to. I'll encourage you to try to use dowsing rods if you can too. You can get them about anywhere. Amazon, eBay, places like that. Spirit stores like Ghost Hunters and as St. Augustine and those places. You can find dowsing rods almost anywhere. And it's been interesting. Um, it's probably so far the most unique tool we've used, and I've only been using it for just a month or so. But the dowsing rods are really they're good because you're able to get the spirits across them or whatever. So like my thing is, spirits cross them for yes or whatever. I got a few other things I want to try too, as well. With them, one thing that I thought about doing was like maybe getting a whiteboard or a chalkboard or something and writing down people's names, and then asking the spirits to take the dowsing rods and point it to whichever name. Um, Thought maybe that might be just something different, and see if the spirits can do that for us. And even though it does take a good amount of energy, now one thing we found was with when Caitlin was using her the dowsing rods at my mom's, they're just a little bit different than mine. You could see the spirits when they would touch them, it would actually lift up. You could see the rod lift up a little bit, where the spirits are trying to move it. So it's a really cool tool. So I would encourage you, if you're able to get some dowsing rods, try those out. Yeah, the dowsing. Yeah, and I actually got some for Christmas. So from Caitlin. So she got me that and some dolls. So she said, "Here you go, Dad. Have fun." but but they are a very unique tool. And like I say, I've watched them, other people doing them on YouTube and TV, but they work. They work. And it's probably one of the most easiest things for them to use besides the K2. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah. That was exciting. I was happy to get them, and then to watch her use the dowsing rods and watch how the dowsing rods goes up and down as it moves. Not all the time, but sometimes. And it was yeah, Merry Christmas Day. That's right. Um, and how that was, you could just tell the spirits were just trying so hard, but they would run out of energy too. So it's they got to keep their energy built up even to do the dowsing rods, much like the REM pod and the K2s and all that stuff. Oh wow, it paid you to get it out. Oh wow, here, take a doll and some money. Oh Lord, that's not, yeah. Yeah, that means they really wanted that out of there. That is for sure. Let's see. Oh, and another app I also have is the one that uses the what is it called? Oh, track of thoughts gone. It uses the heat, so that way you can see if it's cold or hot in an area. The thermal cam. I can never think of the name of it. The thermal camera. So that's another app I have to use, and that's a real good one too. It's called a Flare One is the name of it, and that's a good tool to have. I haven't used that in a long time though. Very old. She finds. Oh wow, rocking chair. So this doll is set up. um, what was I? Yeah, so yeah, dolls are. I mean, something we have a lot. Well, not a lot, but a fair amount of. So I know what you mean. Um, there was. Let's see. Where got secret. Counted 26. Got she shouts. Coast. Bloodletted and Soviet. Um. Let's see. Uh, Let me do one thing here real quickly, guys. Um, Let me. Sometimes this takes a second to do. My phone doesn't always cooperate. Matter of fact, I got a phone that has like those little side edges on it. It's not flat phone. It has like little. And sometimes if you don't touch it right, it won't work. But here's, well, I can get it to work. There it goes. Here's Christy's channel, by the way, if you want to check it out. Um, and Anybody else that wants to put their channel in, let me know. We'll do that. Yeah, that's a good idea, Mystic. Yeah, that's true. That does help. Yeah, yeah. I also tell them to use it from the lamp I have out there, and also the heater when I have it running. Um, but it helps. I think it gives them some energy. I have all the dolls. Yeah, yeah, that'd be cool, Christy. When you do, yeah. Um, let's see. Let me. Got punished. Um, Got mom. Yeah, cherry course is what you're using too. And you're getting some activity down there in the basement. Yeah, there's a lot of things. I mean, if you've like candle or flashlights or things like that, anything that they can draw some energy from, and running water is a good one too. I haven't got it yet, but what I want to do is out in the shed when I wouldn't leave it on all the time, but only when I'm out there. But get one of those little fountain things that runs water constantly, just a little small one, not a very big one, and just let it run while we're doing. And that may help also give them energy to do things. Secrets. Gunzel 1989. Oh, you're welcome, Christy. Um, so I mean, yeah. So there's a lot of things we could try to use that can help the spirits out for sure. So I'm thinking for Friday night's investigation, I'm not going to do any things specific for the dolls. Like we won't try to just investigate the dolls. If they want to come through, they're more than welcome to. But again, um, we're just going to see what happens, and you guys can let me know what words you're getting or what you might want to ask uh, the spirits as well. So we'll kind of get it going, see where we stand with spirits and who might be there, if any. And as if we do get them, then we'll kind of run through and figure out who may be speaking to us. Monkey courts, monkey courts. No shame. So my sister's found cherry quartz is working pretty good. Like a fountain, quartz pebbles. Oh yeah, that's a good idea, Mystic. Yeah, absolutely. Hey PPR, what's up? Got yellow. So yeah, those type things would be good. That's why I think I get a fair decent amount of activity when I'm at the river. So if you've seen those videos where we're at the river, about 3.5, 4 years ago, when I was down there filming, it's like one of the first times, and I can't remember what the name of the video is, but anyway, went down there and I was using the SB7, and you could hear the spirit leading me, like they were wanting me to pick up something, and it ended up being a tennis ball, like out of in this little wooded area next to the river. There was a tennis ball there, and I brought it home, and nothing happened. There was nothing. I don't think anything was attached to it. I think it was just showing me, here, you want a toy? Um, and but it's gone. It's been gone for about a year or so now. And I don't know where it's at. It's like just totally disappeared. And I used to keep it with all my paranormal stuff, but it's gone. So don't know what happened. It is here and it vanished. That's a good question, Bama. Quartz scattered in the water. That's not. Yeah, that's a good question. I'm not really sure. Um, Mystic said might help. I know, like saying like around it, like maybe a circle or something like that. But in the water could be. I don't know though. Would it mess the energy of the quartz up to have it inside water? I mean, I don't know. I know you should wash crystals, but submerging them and keeping like that, I don't know. That's we had to check that out. Cherry quartz, smoke quartz. Yeah, those things, but yeah, I don't know about putting them in the water and leaving them. I'm not sure how that might work. I mean, it could, but I don't know. Um, hmm. Rise above. Yeah, I would have them like on the edges of something or right around it, probably. Um, yeah, grandma. Um, that would work for sure, but I'm not sure otherwise though. Good. It also helps block negative energy. Oh, okay. Desert 1900s. Um, there, yeah. Um, there was something else. Now I got clear crystals. This is a clear, and I keep those in my bag. Keep them with me at all times. That's supposed to help, of course, negative. Move away negative energy too. Oh, you got Reagan. That's my niece's name. Um, of course, I keep a cross with me in the car all the time. So I mean, there's a few things, but um, it could, Christy. Yeah, it could have some energy. Yeah, yeah, through that. I wouldn't be surprised. You got struck and experiment. Yeah, that could be something. It's kind of like being near running water and stuff. That helps. Okay, so there may be some that may be good and some not so good to submerge ahead. Yeah, that yeah, being yeah, lake can help too. Yeah, that's for sure. Footstep. Yeah, around water, that seems to be a big thing to help. Yeah, powerful. We're near a creek, so that may be one little thing that helps out a little bit for us as well. Solar. So yeah, there's some things got themselves. Yeah, that'd be cool. I mean, we always say things like, we the bad spirits stay away or do prayers and stuff. But just tell them to stay away don't always work, unfortunately. But you got to be kind of stern with them, like do not touch me, do not touch that, don't whatever the case is. Yeah, you love to bring in as much positive energy as you can, but the negative energy, negative spirits, and things like that, they're still going to linger. Um, I wish there was more you could do about it, but if they're like poltergeist type things, that's where it gets real bad. Thank God I've never had to deal with that. I did have a thing of uh, we recently bought a thing of paper napkins. They're still sealed up in a bag. Had them in our pantry, and they come flying out of the pantry, just fall right in the floor. So I don't know if it's like one of those things that just fall because it fell, or does spirit move? Toss it. I don't know. The American symbols of that's. Yeah, I've heard like dream catchers are good too for night, but have heard, I think, where people have used dream catchers to keep negative spirits out just entirely. I don't know a lot about that though. Yeah, there is like the clear crystals and things like. Yeah, there's a lot that should. I'm just under this impression, and how I feel about that. Some spirits will kind of stay away, but there are some that are just going to press the issue. But it's usually the poltergeist demon type things that would really do that. I think more so than just your average Uncle Joe, who was a pain in the ass in life, and he's still a pain in the ass in death. So it's Native American curse line. Oh wow. Yeah, I would keep prayers and courts and whatever I could to keep it away. That termaline. I guess I'm pronouncing that right. Bam has got blanket. That's what we need. Bam is a blanket. It is cold. There's not nobody in the chat so far has put in. It's like over 20 degrees or 29, 30 degrees or whatever. We all need a blanket. Falls and sack. Call. So we need a blanket and then the sack and just warm up. There you go. Yeah, I'm sure you are. You do get cold. Oh, Lordy. But I think it's warmer like in Australia right now. I know Marnie talks to Loretta quite a bit, and I know Vodka sometimes in here, and I'm sure it's pretty warm over there. But we will switch with them. We'll send them the cold. We'll take the warm. No harm, no foul. Yeah, that's bad when they start attacking. Um, yeah, I mean it's just I've had stuff like that happen in dreams. Um, where I've been in situations where I've had to pray to Jesus and say, help me get out. And those things happen to me sometimes, but it's usually just in my sleep, and it's not all the time. It's rare, but it has happened. Snow, oh yeah, yeah. I don't want no snow. My room never gets warm. When my door, you feel a temp increase as you step through the doorway. Yeah, that happens too. You get settled into a room and you feel like, oh, it's not hot. Then you go into another room, you're like, dang, it's hot in here. Yeah, that's never good. Getting creepy. Get the name Julia and Jackson. That's an interesting way of spelling Jackson. Actually, I like that. Got Nanny. Oh, good night, Jenny. Thank you for being here and helping out again. You have a good night, y'all. Sleep tight. We got Gas and Nanny. Yeah. Yeah. Sometimes you need the help. You need the backup somehow. That is for sure. Got Sacrifice. I fly like Superman. I get dreams where I feel like I'm in a parallel universe. It's very much like where we're at, but there's changes to it. You know, what's on like I could be on a road that I'm very familiar with, but everything's on the opposite side or just slightly different and those type of things. That's an interesting dreams. I do like those because I see something different than I'm used to in reality. So yeah. Yeah, you got grandma and Nana. Yeah, I mean that's wild. Innocent Nine and Pat. Um, so those dreams I do. I've had dreams of Antichrist 3 times. I've seen him 3 times, although I've not seen his face. That would never be allowed. And I did see Jesus busting through the clouds one time. I wasn't able to see his face, of course. A very bright light with angels on each side. That was interesting. But and then I've just had, just regular everyday dream, just, doesn't really mean anything, just a dream. So, yeah, dreams for me. And then sometimes I don't remember any dream I have. I wake up and like, I don't think I dreamed anything. Yeah, that was a wild dream you had. Disappointed and take. Yeah. Yeah. Sometimes I'm able to do that. Um, Although it's so hard to, in most of my dreams, I never have anybody I can talk to. They don't respond um, in a way. Now, there's times, and I kind of feel like too. I think this is kind of something I've researched about dreams too, and we can get into this thing. That'd be a good discussion to have one night. But we've talked about that a little bit in the past. But sometimes I think we pop into someone else while we dream because there's a whole conversation and things going on that we don't know anything about. And it's kind of like we feel like it's us, but not really us, if that makes sense. And it's kind of like the show Quantum Leap, if you're used to that. If you've ever seen that show, Quantum Leap is where a guy leaps into different people's bodies and takes, try to change history and stuff with it or whatever. And so it's kind of like that. It's similar to that, is what I relate that to. Um, but very, very strange. There is. I've never tried it either, but I have heard that. Yeah. Oh, yeah, that happens. I don't know how many times I've laid down and start to go right to sleep and jerk like that. I mean, just like they say, it's your body adjusting to, to getting relaxed, and your body will jerk. But yes, I've had those type of dreams too, Bama. Scott Beckett, yeah, he was a good actor. But that was a good show. So if you're not familiar, or just YouTube, go on YouTube and just look it up a little bit. Quantum Leap. My dad, if I'm not mistaken, loved that show. I believe he watched that quite a bit. But um, is where I think I remember hearing that show from. But I have watched a few episodes of it. And it is, you just like, it's a movie where, or a show where you pop into other people's lives and you're that person. And that's kind of how those dreams I get kind of feel. Yeah, that's it. Yeah. Yeah, yeah. That is a weird feeling for sure. Because if you are good and rest and you jerk and wake up, then yeah, that's not good. Yeah. Yeah, that does happen to me too, Bama. Sometimes it gets frustrating because you're trying to sleep. Well, yeah, I don't know how many times I've had dreams I woke up with anxiety because I was going through whatever it was. The dream was just, you know, yeah, like being attacked or whatever in my dreams. And you wake up, your heart's racing, you're having all these anxieties because of what your dream was causing. But yeah, I don't rather have. If I want to dream, I'd rather be peaceful. Just a peaceful, nice dream is all I ask. Sit straight up, yeah. Sometimes and wow. Um, but yeah, I'd rather have a peaceful night's sleep and dream of fun things like I don't know, sitting by a lake or something, or sitting and eating a cookie. I don't know, something is fun. Yeah, yeah. Thomas wakes you up quite a bit sometimes. My sister has that happens. Thomas will like touch her knee or shoulder or something. Cat. Oh Lord, we got a lot of cats around here. Are enjoying this. Oh, good spirits. Thank you. Yeah. Oh yeah. I've heard people have done that. Bama. That's not good. I've never had. And I have had a sharp feeling in my chest before where I've been poked in my dreams. But I've never had scratches. Now Marty has. Not long after we got back from the haunted picnic area. It wasn't really a scratch. It's kind of like a bruise type thing, but it was weird. Got raised vision. Presence. Yeah, yeah. The scratches. I hate that. I hate to hear people go through that, but it happens, unfortunately. Well, we definitely need to get on a discussion about dreams one night. So maybe we can do that in the future. We'll set a Wednesday night podcast and we'll talk about dreams. I'll do some more research. Y'all can too. Let me know what you come up with, and we'll do that and just have like maybe a paranormal dream type thing or something we'll talk about. But I have kind of done that in the past with podcasts. I think we had Amy up here one time. We were doing that, and yeah, it was really an interesting conversation, an in depth conversation. But we can do that though. We can do that again. Oh Lord, Bama, sorry to hear that. Wish I had a rule book. Yeah. Mm. They say you can do that, Mystic, sometimes. Deja vu type stuff in your dreams. Or I'll actually dream of something and then I'll be doing it later on, or similar, something similar to it. It's wild. But yeah, they say people can dream of the past. Um, yeah, and then kind of like you've known about that or you remembered or something. Well, guys, we are on our hour time here, and I'm going to go ahead and get ready to shut it down. But I do appreciate everybody being here tonight. And been a great conversation from Jesse James's haunted place to dreams and everything else we've discussed. So I really enjoyed that. Next week I'll talk more about the haunted places and stuff. And Bama got finished. Spirits are wanting to finish too. Um, but we'll get into more of that conversation of haunted places next week too. Well, that's good, Christy. Yeah, like it is. Yeah, that is it's strange, isn't it, Mystic? How that can be. Got Eugene and Holy. But Friday night I will we'll do the dowsing rods and definitely get into that and see what if any spirits want to chat. We'll get them to move the dowsing rods and see how that goes. You got Haley. That's my daughter's name. She's like in the next room from where I'm at. Isabel. Um, but yeah, we'll do the dowsing rods and see what we can get out of that. Um, I'll keep. I gotta change the battery in the K2. I hadn't done that yet. There's a lot of things I gotta do. The K2 battery died, but then we'll get some things set up Friday night, and we'll do that. But I want to call tonight, guys. I do appreciate everybody being here tonight. And until Friday night, I love you, and we will see you all Friday night. Good night, everyone.